welcome. This is Blue Club Sports, where I talk about everything going on in the sports world. My name is Ian, and I appreciate you clicking on this video. Please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I also recommend putting a comment down below because I do respond to them and might even feature it in a future video. Now, let's crack on with the video. Alright, a little brief video about what the biggest headline is in England at the moment. And it's Bayern Munich's manager openly expressing interest in Harry Kane, which is a big deal. Harry Kane's been linked to big clubs before. He's been linked to Real Madrid a few years back. Nothing came of it. But you never had Real Madrid's manager come out and say, oh yeah, Harry Kane, he would fit very well into the team. He would do very well in Bundesliga. That's never happened. And that's what's happened here. So Bayern Munich's manager, Julian Nagelsmann, he went to the pre-match press conference before he plays Man City tonight in the friendly in Green Bay. And he was talking about Kane. I don't know if he brought it up or a reporter asked him, but it's all very odd in my opinion. But this is what he said. He said, Harry Kane is very expensive. That's the problem. But brilliant player. One of 2 or 3 who can play as a center forward as well as a 10. But he's very strong, brilliant with his head and both feet. He could score a lot of goals in Bundesliga. I don't know the price, but it's really tough for Bayern Munich. We'll see what happens in the future. He went on to say, oh no, I'm sorry. He didn't, that's all he said. But Julian Nagelsmann coming out and openly expressing interest in Harry Kane's a big deal. You know, Harry Kane is part of Tottenham's plans that we know of. And Antonio Conte wasn't, he didn't like it. He didn't like Nagelsmann talking about one of his players, expressing interest in signing one of his players. And this is what Conte responded with. So I guess a reporter asked him about it. He said, honestly, I did not hear this. For sure, I am a coach that does not speak about other players at other teams, which was a dig at Nagelsmann, obviously. I think that's usually the professional norm. You don't talk about players at other teams as a manager. Players can talk about it. I've seen Jorginho talk about the possibility of playing with Jules Koundé, and he was like, it's very exciting and all that. But managers usually stay away from that sort of talking about other managers' players, because I think the baseline is they don't want that to be done to themselves, so don't do that to other people, right? But this is what Conte had to say. I don't know why. The situation with Tottenham is very clear. The plan is very clear with the club. Harry Kane is part of the project, an important part of the project. At the same time, I don't like to speak about the players of other clubs. If I want to do something, I'll go and speak with the club and not do it through the media. Maybe it's a little disrespectful for the other club. This is my way of dealing with the situation with other players. I think Conte's right by saying that. That's how you do it. That's being professional about it. You don't go and talk about players openly to the media. You go through the club like everyone else does, But yeah, Conte didn't take well to it. I think if Bayern Munich were to ask Spurs for a price for Kane right now, they would say something astronomical just to tell Bayern Munich to fuck off, basically. But yeah, next year I can definitely see Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich next summer. And I think whether Harry Kane wins a trophy at Spurs or not this upcoming year, I don't think it will matter if he'll go. I think 100% he's going to go to Bayern Munich when I really think about it. Because if he wins a trophy at Spurs, he'll be remembered at Spurs. He'll be a legend, and then he can leave on a high. If he doesn't win a trophy, then it's going to be like, well, I want to win trophies. I want to be considered the best player to ever live. So I need to go to Bayern Munich for my legacy. So I think both ways, whether Tottenham win a trophy or not, I think Harry Kane is as good as gone. But I think Spurs will be well compensated. So I think, and I also, you look at the signing of Richarlison, you could view that as a potential Harry Kane replacement. Right this year, this upcoming year, it'll be more of a depth signing. But next year, the following year, it could be, well, he's the new number 9. He's going to fill the shoes of Harry Kane. So I think Tottenham always had in mind that Harry Kane's going to leave the club. And eventually he will. He's flirted with the fact that he might play in the NFL as a kicker. He might play in MLS. I think he's a big fan of America, so I think eventually he will be playing in the MLS if that pops up, if that situation arises. But him going to Bayern Munich, I think would be massive for him. Of course, when you look at Bayern Munich, that would be a great signing for them. You lose Lewandowski, you replace him with basically a like-for-like, signing. Because Harry Kane's up there with Lewandowski, in my opinion. It's just I feel like Harry Kane's not respected enough just because he's English. He plays for Tottenham, who do not win any trophies. And you get a lot of people that say that the Premier League's not the best league in the world, which are crazy to say, in my opinion. But that's their opinion, right? But overall, I think it would be a great deal for both sides, both for the player and the club, if he does go to Bayern Munich next summer. But yeah, it's just interesting. A new rift between managers and Conte and Nagelsmann. Part of me just wants to see them play in the Champions League this year. That'd be, that'd be good entertainment value right there. Both managers seem not to like each other now, because Nagelsmann did cross the line. You do not talk about players. In my opinion, I think I'm on Conte's side, but you gotta be honest with the situation. Harry Kane would be an idiot for not wanting to go to Bayern Munich next year. But that's all I have to say about this topic. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.